making the move, it's easy to get in your head that nobody wants to talk to me. Before you even make a phone call, you're like, they don't want to talk to me. They're important. They're busy. They're this and they're that. And you can kind of make up a story in your head about the other person. Well, all these things that no. But in the reality, it could be, yes, they are busy. Yes, they are important. But the other part of it could be is you don't know, but they may have walked into work that morning, closed the door to their office, got down on their hands and knees and said, "Dear Lord, please bring me an amazing engineer today. I've been working and I need somebody to get on my team. Dear Lord, please send somebody." You don't know. So it could be that they're going to say, "Leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you. You're nothing and I'm important." Or it could be, "Dear Lord, they're praying for you to call them." So which one is it? Which story is true? Well, is this one true? Is this one true? I don't know. But it may be somewhere in the middle, right? It's going to probably be somewhere in the middle where you're going to have that person answer the phone. And so it's up to us to just show up, to not make assumptions about where they are. Remember, everybody online is happy. They've got their pretty picture, they've got their highlight reel there, or a professional highlight reel. And you might think, oh, they're really important, they're really busy. Well, they may be, or they may be just sitting back going, I'm going to spend a little bit of time every day waiting for somebody to call. You just don't know. So it's up to us to be, if we're going to initiate, we need to not get in our head. I'll just say, get out of your head. It's a bad neighborhood. What you want to do is make the move. Now, the question might be, the other objection to this is, well, they're a really good company, or they don't have any jobs there. What makes you think they don't have any jobs there? We already said that 65% of the jobs are never advertised. So just because they're advertising with someone that wants to have, maybe they need someone with 20 years experience, doesn't mean that there's not 5, 10, or 15 jobs open at that company. They just haven't gotten around to advertising it. So if you see a job in your field that's maybe 5 to 10 to 15 years more advanced, do you think it's possible they have an entry-level engineering role available? Yeah. So don't assume just because you haven't seen anything posted online that there's not a job available, right? Again, don't make assumptions. The only way you're going to find out if they are busy or not, or if they have a job opening or not, is to make the move, to make the phone call. Now, not every phone call that you make is going to be to a decision maker. It may not be to a decision maker. If you reach out and connect with someone who just graduated last year, they're probably not going to be the boss. They might be, but probably not. But if you're a brand new graduate from school and you're calling someone who just graduated from your same school that went to work for this company and he's been there 4 months, then it's not going to be the person who's making the decision. So then you change it up a little bit. You still go, "Hey, Joe, we connected on LinkedIn." He's like, "Oh, yeah, what's up?" And you're like, "Well, I just graduated from Georgia Tech with a degree in civil engineering, and I'm looking for my job." He goes, "Really? I'm from Georgia Tech, and I'm a civil engineer too." And you go, "Yeah, I know. It's because I picked you out to talk to you." And he says, and you just want to figure out, "Hey, how'd you land the job? What's that company like?" And he'll tell you, and he may even tell you everything or maybe more than you want to know. He might say, "Oh, it's a fantastic company. It's amazing. It's wonderful. I can't believe it. It's my dream job." Or, "Dude, this is a sweatshop if I've ever seen it. They make you work 6 days a week, 10 hours a day. They want you to come in Sunday afternoon and work a little bit more, that I had to cut the line on that." So you don't know if it's going to be a great company or a terrible company, but until you make the move and call and talk to someone. Then after you ask them about the company, you might say, "Who's the boss there? Is he a good guy?" And he goes, "Yeah, he's great. You're going to love him. His name's Joe Smith." If he gives you the name, you just say, "Really? Do you have his phone number too?" You might write his phone number. "Is he in?" "No, he's not in. He's out on vacation, but he'll be back next Tuesday." And you say, oh, okay. So you give him Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday to get back in the groove. Thursday morning, you call him at 9 o'clock and you just say, hey, my name's Pat. I understand that you're the hiring manager in this area. And you might even ask him, is there open opportunities when you're talking to the lower guy? And he might say, man, we've got a job opening in second shift. We're here, we do manufacturing, and we've got the daytime shift taken, but that second shift from 3 to 12 is wide open. We need somebody that's a chemical engineer that's in that role. And he goes, oh, wow. So then when you call the hiring manager, you just automatically say, look, I've got something in second shift. I'm really looking for second shift. And all of a sudden he's going, how did you know all this? How did you know this about our company? So making the move is not just making a phone call. It's not making assumptions about companies before you show up and just have a conversation. Again, it's just a phone call. It's not like you're asking them to do anything crazy. It's just give me a couple of minutes on a phone call. If you initiate, they're sure to respond. And they may say, no, I don't have time, and they hang up. Okay, it just means they didn't have time. You know, when someone says no, it doesn't mean you're stupid, you're dumb, you're ugly, you're no good, never call me again, you're a terrible person. It doesn't mean all that. We might take it that way, but it doesn't mean that. It just means, you know, they're busy, or, you know, if they really are rude, okay, that guy's a jerk. Okay, there's jerks in the world. And then move right on and make the next phone call. And so I oftentimes say there's no bad time to make the move. You don't want to do it. If you do it early in the mornings, sometimes you can catch people there. If you do it late on Friday afternoon, sometimes people are kind of slowing down a little bit, getting ready, and they're relaxing, thinking about the weekend. That's a good time to make the move. If you're nervous and you're not sure you're going to, quote, do it right, you know, call after hours. Call about 5:15, 5:30. Generally, you're going to be put into a phone dialer thing, and they're going to say, if you want to know, who's your party, dial 433 or the last four numbers of their name or whatever, and you get to the person. Then you can say, if they pick up, well, it's after hours, so they're going to be more relaxed. Or if they don't pick up, then you can just leave a voicemail, and they'll know, oh, okay, Pat Batchelor, oh yeah, I connected with him. He left me a voicemail, said he's interested. He may call you back, or the next time you call him, you go, oh yeah, I know who you are because you left a voicemail before. So the move mindset's important, and it's so important that I want you to get it and get it right. And having the right mindset when you do the move is super, super important. So that's it for now. We're going to jump into the next section.